What's old is new again in Washington, D.C., as Donald Trump prepares to once again take the oath of office. Here's correspondent Robert Costa.
I hope you're going to stand up for the good of our Constitution and for the good of our country. USA! USA! Well, I want to thank you all very much. This is great.
And now the Trumps are back.
To rescue our economy, I will sign.
The soon-to-be 47th president is promising mass deportations, trade tariffs, tax cuts, and a smaller federal government.
America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate.
I think it's going to be shock and awe. He's going to parade down Pennsylvania Avenue, swing those doors open at the Oval Office, and sign 100 or more executive orders that overturn the damage of the last 4 years.
Indiana's Jim Banks, a staunch Trump ally in the House during the first term, was elected to the Senate last year.
He's making it very clear to Republicans in the Senate and the House we have a short window of time to get the things done that we need to get done. That's a different attitude than 2017. But there were a lot of things that President Trump wanted to accomplish in those first 2 years that we never got around to. He's not going to miss the moment this time. The political reality is the midterms are right around the corner.
I am your warrior. I am your justice. I am your retribution. We will take care of it.
Trump's sense of vengeance also hovers, and critics worry nominees Kash Patel for FBI director and Tulsi Gabbard for Director of National Intelligence could upend institutions. And Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, despite his many disagreements with Trump, says he's keeping an open mind.
We don't want to counter everything he's doing. There are things that he's said over the years that make sense to me.
Is Trump's transactional nature an up or a down?
I think it's an up. He's not stupid.
Republicans say they have solidarity with working people.
I grew up in a working class home, the son of a union factory worker who voted Democrat all of his life, hated NAFTA, and my dad was immediately captured by Donald Trump. Was for him when he came down the escalator. I thought my dad was crazy at the time. He was right, but he's one of those former union working class Democrat voters who is a solid Trump Republican voter today. And that has changed American politics in such a significant way, and I think American politics will be changed for the rest of my life.
This summer will mark 10 years since Donald Trump came down that golden escalator. And tomorrow's inauguration highlights what once seemed impossible. Trump has endured and dominated American life, ever present.
The President-elect and the former President, Donald, congratulations. Thank you.
Biden's approval ratings started out strong, but they sank 6 months in after the deadly withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan. His polling was pushed down further by high inflation, a record surge in illegal border crossings, and a war in Gaza that divided his party.
40,000 people dead!
And then there were the persistent questions about his age that dogged him from the moment he took office.
Do you think he was aware that he was slowing down a little bit?
Anybody who had eyes could watch him walk across the stage, and they could see that his gait was stiff. They could see that he shuffled like an old man.
Franklin Foer is a staff writer for The Atlantic and wrote a book about Biden's first 2 years in office.
Dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Democratic leaders pressured Biden to leave the race after his disastrous debate performance last June. Vice President Kamala Harris lost the popular vote and every swing state. Democrats also lost their majority in the Senate, meaning Republicans will now control the White House and both chambers of Congress, with the power to undo some of Biden's work. And so, the man who launched his campaign with a warning about Donald Trump.
If we give Donald Trump 8 years in the White House, he will forever and fundamentally alter the character of this nation.
suddenly finds that his legacy is largely in Trump's hands.
He was going to prevent Donald Trump from ever returning to the White House. And now, at the end of his presidency, it's clear by any measure that he failed at his #1 objective.
And Donald Trump's returning.
Donald Trump is back.